Long story short, the first 6 months in business are absolutely shit. Not enough people share it, not enough people give the gritty, horrible details. And so when you're in the middle of those and you're going through hell, you think it's only you. Persevere. Here's a bit of my journey. I was having a chat earlier on this morning with a friend, a guy, Bob Flynn. I've grown up with him. He's an entrepreneur. He works in social selling, and he is so interesting. I think it's brilliant when you have somebody that's kind of in the same space as yourself, kind of gone a number of years ahead of you, that you can just bounce ideas back off and kind of reminisce. And we got talking about how Leading Social started, its first 3-4 months. And one thing I thought, like initially I kind of brushed it off and I was like, oh yeah, we did this. And he said, no, tell me how it really started. What was it like? And, it was actually so bloody tough. We knew there was I knew there was an opportunity for selling social media management as a service, but to get an opportunity, we actually weren't able to charge. We offered it to a business and they wouldn't take it for free. And we offered it to another one and they similarly wouldn't take it. And we eventually got a client that said, yeah, you can do my social media for free. And they were really tough and they went through everything and they broke our balls on it. But they gave us an opportunity to work together with a brand. And off the back of that, we built a bit of a case study, but we really actually built a way of working with the client and understanding how to manage expectations, understanding how to communicate better. And then off the back of that, we were able to one up and get a client. We charged them nothing in comparison to what we do now, but it was an opportunity. And it gave us, as I said, an opportunity to show off the work that we do, but actually at that stage, much more so to refine the work that we do and build our expertise. And we grew little bits. And remember, we got a big deal, probably a big for us at the time, from a friend. He knew the work that we were doing and wanted to give us an opportunity, so he took it from the agency he was working with and gave it to us. And frustratingly, we couldn't manage it, and we made balls of it, and he had to pull the work off us. That was horribly embarrassing. Then we actually won this massive client, but again, we couldn't manage it and we lost it after 7 days, which was heartbreaking because that client was 10 times bigger than any client we had at the time. And yeah, there was loads of really horribly frustrating, horribly embarrassing, horribly mentally challenging times. But I think the thing that got us through was that we took a long-term perspective on it all. We knew losing those clients was necessary. It would focus us on learning the very work that we do. It would, sorry, I got a bit distracted. It's funny, someone just came in there. But the whole experience of it was able to be justified in the long term. In the short term, it was horrible. And if we just looked at it in the short term, we would have quit. But because we were able to say, no, we're on a mission here, this is a long-term thing. We lost that client, but this is why we lost that client. So let's learn from it and let's make sure that the next time we get an opportunity like this, we don't lose it and we capitalize on these mistakes. And I think not enough people share those moments. Not enough people share about those horribly challenging, embarrassing, difficult times when they're starting their business. And so aspiring entrepreneurs, they think things maybe should come a little bit easier. They will certainly not work with somebody if they're not going to pay for it. And so they cut themselves off from the opportunity of building their expertise, or they cut themselves off from building a relationship and letting a relationship grow from there. So, as I said, if you're watching on this, I wanted to share that journey because I think probably one of the big mistakes that a lot of aspiring business people make is that they don't give themselves the opportunity to actually get going. And whether that's working for free or whether that's working for half the amount that you want, I really think in those initial stages, actually just getting going is much better. And actually being conscious that maybe in those initial stages you don't deserve the money that you want. But if you work and you build and refine that expertise, maybe someday you will. well, that's certainly worth thinking about. So I just wanted to share that because, as I said, I don't think enough people do. And I think those first couple of months are so hard, and it's made all the harder by people not sharing. And so you think, God, is this only happening to me? When in actual fact, it happens to everybody. I've so many friends in this space, and all of them went through those really challenging times. It's not about the challenges, it's just about persevering. And the way we persevered was applying this perspective of, don't worry about the short term, focus on the long term. It will all justify.